What up, people? What up? What up? It's your boy Snow Ramon in the house. Ignorant Gamers. The topic is Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer reveal. Before we get into that, I want to say a special shout out to everyone that's been leaving comments on the Ask the Gamers videos. And actually, my man, who is it? Hit him hard before. Yo, this whole video, you're gonna love this. But we're still going to answer your question in the Ask the Gamers part 2. Right? So, first off, like he said, I know both of you guys don't like Call of Duty, but what did you think of the multiplayer reveal? Did they change your mind a little bit, if any? A little. For me. A little. Because now, I might buy the game. I will probably not buy the game for this console because Call of Duty, even as much as I don't like to buy these games, and I'm done with them in 3 months, I feel like I'm going to have to buy it on the next gen console because I'm going to have to give it a fair chance moving forward on the next gen. So it might not be a PS3 to PS4 upgrade for me. Although, shout out to GameStop, which is something I don't like to do. If you have it on Xbox 360, you can trade up. I think it's on the list. You could trade up for $10 to move to the next system. So, and your stats, you already know, Call of Duty said your stats move from, as long as you're in the same family, so if you go from P3 to P4, or Xbox 360 to Xbox One, all your stats and your unlocks go with you, which I'm sure he doesn't like, and we're going to talk about in a second. But if you cross, you lose your shit. So, based on graphically what we've seen, just want to cover that first, because this is the easiest thing to talk about. What did you see? I'm assuming we're looking at the next gen version, if not the PC version.
Look good. Mm-hmm. Usually looks good, except for the last one.
Right. Looks good too. I agree.
I don't want to give points for shit that's supposed
to. I feel you,
man.
So here's what I'm gonna give the point to. They even claim, they said that this is going to be the best looking game on the P3 360 current gen. Best looking Call of Duty game. And it's supposed to be.
It's the only fucking Call of Duty game. What type of shit is that?
No, because the ones prior to it. Because I never felt like their graphics were on par. I felt like they were workable. I felt like the graphics were always the same. They would just tweak certain textures.
What was the Modern Warfare?
Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3.
None of them ever looked better than the first one.
You think so?
The first one, hands down, still the best looking one. Okay. Maybe the one before and the one after World at War. Those two were the best.
Modern Warfare 2.
That's it.
Right, so they're claiming this is going to be the best looking one on the current gen. Okay. And we'll see.
I apologize. I thought you said on Xbox One and PS4.
No. By default, it's going to have to be because it's the only one.
My bad.
So that's that. Now, one of the things that they was talking about the most was soldiers and squads. The soldiers is customizable. 20,000 plus
Can I set the mood really quick? That I don't like Call of Duty because it fucking feels like Minecraft.
With the customization stuff?
No, not even with
the guns and
the engine, the sharpness. There's no momentum to the stuff. That's why I stopped playing Call of Duty.
Oh, then you get into the mechanic shit.
That's right. That's why I don't like Call of Duty anymore. Like we're past that. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's usually why I don't like Call. I could deal with the campers. I can deal with the killstreaks because I'm usually the one fucking throwing them out anyway.
Right.
I can deal with that.
I'm a 50-50 player. I don't upload my gameplay because it's fun for me and might not be fun for you to watch unless I'm doing live com.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. But I have a hate for Call of Duty as of late because it hasn't matured any.
Right.
Even with all of the new shit they add and the new game modes and the Pick 10, all that shit was super dope, but then you play the game, it's like, alright, same shit. Fuck this.
Right.
So, carry on.
Yeah. So, the customizable shit, right? For shooters, I've never been a big fan of dressing up the guns, dressing up my character. Because if so, I want to be as dark as possible. I want my signature to be as low as possible.
Ninja!
I don't want to be running around all black with a red hat. Like, that's one of my beefs when I play Uncharted Online. I know you ain't see my body, but I happened to move and you saw my fucking hat and it was like, oh, come on, son. So, But I still think it's dope because the people that enjoy that kind of thing, now you get more of a personalization, uniqueness to your character to show off what you get, because there will be special stuff that you can get that I think I should cover later, but fuck it. When you do certain things in the game, dealing with squads and the co-ops and all that stuff, you will have in your customizable thing saying like, no, you did this. Your 10 characters prestige once each, which is 10 prestiges. Boom. You've earned the right to have this article of clothing or hat. It's like on SOCOM when you had the fucking... To me, prestiges in Call of Duty never meant anything.
Right.
Because I ain't shit and I have prestige.
Right.
All you need is time.
And I never prestige.
Right. When I was stars, when I had my stars in SOCOM, you could look at my stats and tell there was no bullshit stars in SOCOM. Like you can tell, like, no, this dude plays. And not hours, this dude plays.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the prestige thing was always one of the phony attributes of Call of Duty. Like, I'd be in rooms. Like I said, I never prestige.
Right.
It's years since I prestige.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I may have done it in one of them because it was an achievement.
Right.
So I did it once and that was it. And I'd be in there with 10, 12, 15 level prestige and I'm tearing them up.
Right.
Like, let's not get it twisted here. Because you don't have a fucking life.
Right.
Doesn't mean your prestige level, you're a better player than me. I'll tear you up.
Right.
So prestige shit was never like, But I love the customization.
Right. One quick note about the prestiges. Now it no longer kills your guns.
I might prestige. I'm sure they have a reason to prestige after that.
Right.
But yeah, I that's probably why I never did it. I'm not fucking earning guns over it.
Yeah,
that shit's super annoying.
Yeah, it is. It is. Speaking of earning guns, now you can unlock that the way you want. So.
Oh, cool.
So, like, you know, you earn money, experience points, whatever, and you want that sniper rifle now, the one that probably took you 10 hours to get the gameplay,
like,
you can buy it if you got the money.
What shot?
And not go through the other bullshit.
Counter-Strike. It's like the Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's Counter-Strike stuff. Which is...
I like that.
Why, console players? Why? Why did
like
you give up on Counter-Strike?
You know why I always used to do that? I forgot which games are like that. Like, I would rock out with the default weapon and murder everything and just get...
enough money.
The 1,200 point gun.
Right.
Just for the fuck. People are like, how the fuck did you like... When you good, you can rock out with the default shit.
Right.
And be a fucking... I'm sorry if I offend anybody. But be a Jew.
Right.
And not buy anything.
Right.
And then you come through with rocket launchers and the best gun in the game. People's like, yo, the game's been out for 2 days. How'd you do this?
Right.
We were fucking good, yo.
Whatever. Check the theater, bitch.
Yeah. So I like... Let me make it clear that this is what Call of Duty does. And I've always admired them for this. They have the ability to add features and core mechanics to make the fans around or invested in the game like so much more caught up.
To buy back into the same gameplay engine.
Yeah, there's a lot like the Pick 10 shit they did in the last one.
It was dope.
It's like,
and it's not going.
This shit was crazy.
Yeah. They reinvented it too. Yeah.
I mean, you see, and they go like that's what Call of Duty does. I'm not mad at that.
Right. Our beef has always been on the field. Yeah,
the game just felt like shit.
So keyword field. So you know where I'm going with this, right? This is the time when you start hating me now. Battlefield has entered the mainstream. And here's what I'm gonna give you right now. Shout out to Facebook, because you guys are the #1 crooks, second behind Google, right? Facebook is so gangster that they can steal features and no one says nothing. They steal features from other websites, other social networks, and no one says nothing.
And they implement it within days.
Right. So, if you want a video about that, leave a comment below, and we're gonna link you to that. We're gonna personally send you where we put that video at. It's gonna end up on Lifestyles, which is gonna be you to ask that question. I'm not gonna make it unless you ask the question, right? And if I know you, I'm not answering that question. So, because we've had that conversation on the phone or in person. So, speaking of that, now this engine that they created can do environmental dynamic stuff, which is dope. Which, in a sad way, fucking Medal of Honor, man. Why you ain't do it? Why you ain't do it, Medal of Honor?
They should have done that in Medal of Honor.
We talked about this before. Like, Medal of Honor definitely should have did that, man. So the map events, you know, you can blow up certain things that'll fall on someone. You could put the little charge on the wall, grenade on the wall, set it, run away, it'll blow up. Throw the C4 pack that you guys on COD like to use. Catch someone behind the wall, they showed it. And it seems like from what I saw, they have certain areas, certain things, certain signatures. I gotta watch it again. They'll let you know that, yo, this might be a destructible
and you'll
piece.
know.
Yeah.
From just playing the game. You'll know what's destructible, what's not.
Right, and now this brings a new level to a new level of thought of entering a map.
Yeah.
Because now on a close quarter, destructible environment game, now y'all not just running around in practice mode with your friends trying to figure out these little tricks and all this other shit. Now y'all have to practice on how to control and change the environment and when it's best to do so. Even more than anywhere else, because now you have that squad shit that you can do.
Right.
So now, when you're doing that, it's like, how do you set up the battle? How do you set up the world? If you guys are going to go clan, because now clan system is supposed to be taken even more serious, which is something I never respected on Call of Duty. Now the clan shit is going to be taken more serious, and I remember playing SOCOM. There was a certain time when you had to hit the switch to get the airstrike to come through or to blow up the bridge. You couldn't just go out and just do it off the bat.
Right.
Like there had to be a strategic thing to do it. You know, so this is what's going to make the game kind of fresh for us to get back in and play. And so this is why the scale's tipping for me for now to pay attention to it.
I want it. It all comes down to how they execute, and I think they will execute it well.
I think it'll be executed.
Like there has to be 4 to 5 of these events in each map.
Yes.
They can't be just one, because now it's a fucking gimmick and it's pointless. And,
right.
And now you're like, yeah, y'all dudes really just.
Mm-hmm. No, bring it. Yeah. We're at the assembly line. We're getting the refreshments. Hot as fucking head. Thank you, Ty. Say what up to the people.
What's good?
All right.
So
COD looks like Battlefield.
But I feel like if they don't execute it well with these different triggers, then it's just like, oh, you just said destruction just because you want to be like Battlefield. And I don't think that's fair. I
don't think that's fair either.
Battlefield's completely random. This is scripted. Like, I can see playing capture the flag. A motherfucker grab the flag and run that way. Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
You can go.
Go.
I'm gonna drop that motherfucking tower on your head.
Like that gas station on your head.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is all, like, I can and will record this. And I will run my mouth over this footage.
Right.
So I feel like it's dope.
Right. So, we're gonna get off that tip for a while. They introduced 7 new game modes, about like 30 new weapons, 20 new kill streaks, and new co-op mode. I think the kill streaks, I'm hoping they're not rebranded.
It's the AC-130 in there.
They didn't say. There is this thing called the Odin Strike, which looks pretty fucking intense. But I just like the word Odin. So anytime I hear Odin, I automatically my nipples get hard. Like they're hard right now.
That is a dope word.
Yeah, Odin is such a powerful word. Like I think I might create a server and call it Odin. It might be.
So we don't know if the AC-130s.
Right. So we can't confirm that. Right. So moving along, no AC-130. All right. So moving along, they got this whole thing called COD Anywhere. It's not called COD Anywhere. That's what I'm calling it. It's basically Elite.
Right.
Second screen, loadouts on the fly. So, you know, you die, you can do it from your tablet or your mobile phone.
Can I intervene real quick?
Yes, please.
I know people are going to be, you're trying to be like Battlefield and vice. Listen, this is just the way technology is going.
This is part of next gen.
Yes.
And it started in this gen.
So cut it out with the fanboy shit, because I've read 1 or 2 of those comments.
I've seen it too. And that's why I wasn't even going to address it, but I'm glad you did say
there's no fucking way that Battlefield did what they did and Call of Duty copied it in 2 months.
Right.
Stop.
Right.
It was in development for months.
Right. I mean, the Call of Duty Elite thing, first off, Battlefield thing, Battlelog is new, but it's not new. Battlelog was done in Bad Company 2, and I'm pretty sure it was done before that, and then we got the Halo waypoints. So, like, this stuff is the way of the future.
It makes sense.
Point blank, yeah. Especially if you guys can get serious. You got esports around it. Shout out to Call of Duty Ghosts for being an esports, the exclusive shooter of MLG this year.
Nice.
You know,
that shit's enter.
Why not? So, the guy said a quote that gameplay drives tech, and I fucking agree with that. If you can be creative about, if you can be creative, you have the weapons that enable you to be creative, then the technology is there to make it happen.
Right.
It shouldn't be your tech can do this, so we're gonna do this based on the tech, because then you limit yourself. You can't push anything.
Yeah, that's called a PS3.
And then you know, you get assholes like him who just say shit like that all the time. So everything got questioned. Nothing was untouched. They touched everything. They had a war in the war room, and it might have been a couple of fights. They should have made a parody video of that, you know, just to drive that point home. But whatever. So the pick 10 is gone, kinda. There's a new point system, and it goes in very, very, very simple form. They said some shit like, you can have 8 points, right? You can pick a perk that's all 8 points, or maybe it's 2, 2, 2, and 2,
right,
or 4 and 4, or 8 of 1 point streaks. What's gone is deathstreaks, which
that's not good for the jackasses that suck.
hopefully their rank system is still on par. Hopefully they got an improved ranking system.
I'm gonna tell you, I consider myself a pretty good Call of Duty player. Those death streaks will save your ass sometimes. Like, yo, there's times when you play Call of Duty, you're gonna get owned.
Yeah.
There's nobody that has never been owned.
Especially when you're a lower player playing with your higher playing friends and y'all go into those rooms.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get caught in situations in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then you're taking the fact you just got on, or you've been on too long.
Mm-hmm.
Those two scenarios, you suck ass. When you just start playing,
right,
and when you've been playing too fucking long.
Right.
You just, like, you get owned.
Right.
Those death streaks, they helped a lot to
They do.
even that out.
I've used them. I've been a fan of certain ones.
Yeah,
Ones I never. After the first 2 Call of Duties, I was like, all right, can we stop the motherfucking drop a grenade?
Yeah, the Marty
When
Dog
you
shit
die?
had to go.
That shit had to go.
That was some bullshit.
Because the game is close quarters. You know what I'm saying? So they question that. They drop those. You can create a soldier, not just a class. You can create a soldier, and you can play as a female, which is dope because
There's a lot of female players.
there's a lot of female Call of Duty players.
Yeah.
It's a thing, but I kind of have a feeling that some of them are still gonna pick male characters because they don't want to be bothered.
Dude, that's a real.
But then I think there's gonna be a lot of catfishing too going on.
Yeah.
Because Call of Duty is the #1 asshole community on the console universe.
I would say worldwide. Call of Duty players are assholes.
Fine. Trolling has been propelled. That word trolling has been propelled through the Call of Duty.
It gets wild.
So, then they got a new marksmanship class. So now it's not just the sniper and all that shit. They got a marksmanship. So it's a bunch of semi-auto guns or something like that. It's like back in the days with the World War shit when you had that ratchet ass M1, and you got to do the one-hitter quitter. Which for some players it's not a problem. Me, I do have a problem with it. I'm old school, so I still shoot at the chest because of real life situations instead of the head. So that's gonna be.
You know what's interesting about that mode? It's bullshit. Well, to that class, if you go, it's bullshit till you run into a dude that's just that fucking nice.
Oh yeah, and I respect those dudes.
Like, these dudes will take your head off with one shot with a pistol or something. Like what the fuck just happened?
And I respect the fuck out of them. Shout out to all you dead aim motherfuckers.
And we're not talking quick scope, but some dudes are just nasty.
So just nasty off the aim. Another thing that they did was the dual render when you aim down the sight, ADS. So you aim down, you got the scope. It's the only thing in focus, and everything is blurred out. I believe Battlefield has been doing that for a while now, and it was only a matter of time before that crossed over because that shit gets annoying.
Does it matter?
Well, it does matter because when you look in your stats and you see people either playing with iron sight or fully scope, and the guns that's supposed to have scopes on them, you wasting time and resources with creating those bullshit scopes if motherfuckers can't have the peripheral. When I'm zoomed in, you give me that whole black bar, I can't see my peripherals.
Well, that's the point.
But if I'm aiming here, even with the scope, my left eye can still see everything else, which in Battlefield, that saves my ass from a fucking camping ass sniper all the way in the corner while I'm trying to have a mediocre fight.
I disagree, sir. You zoomed in or you're not, goddammit. If that's an issue, then you should be playing with a red dot. That's why I play with a red dot
too, yeah.
That's why I'm fucking double kill synonymous, goddammit.
Yeah.
Blurred peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need.
Terrible, by the way, because we're not going to hear you, so it makes no sense.
No, they hear him. They hear him. I got it.
Nah, because
I got it.
if you increase it,
I got it.
all right, go ahead, do it again.
Blurred peripheral, I think would be better. Not a focused peripheral, because under normal circumstances, real life situations, you cannot see focused in one eye through a scope and see everything clearly with your other eye.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the blurred peripheral works better than to just totally cancel it out.
No, it's blurred.
Good.
It's blurred. It's blurred.
So you agree with Snow?
Right. Battlefield has
a dual focus.
Dual focus.
Dual
you
focus,
can see
right.
her out of your scope and on the sides, which I don't agree with.
Right. I do disagree with that, but they've kind of worked with it a while. But
I don't notice these things. Like, am I just like paying attention to the motherfucker I'm shooting? Like, what is it?
No, it's just not a factor for you.
You're not really a sniper.
Right, and it's not a factor for you. You never really scope. You're in the red dot.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So you're just like this, you know? So yeah, then is that they got way more perks now. A lot of perks. So it'll be interesting to see how that shit plays out.
I always love the perks in Call of Duty. I thought Medal of Honor did a good job at copying that.
I say they
perks are
they
so
try to
dope.
pull up with the,
that goes along with customizing your soldier. I always felt.
Yeah.
Because for me, the biggest perk is sleight of hand. I'm not trading that for the world.
Yeah.
And I remember sleight of hand in the double shot
Mm-hmm.
with the FMJ. Jesus Christ, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else from life. That's it.
So what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? So some maps got fixed packages laid out, which gives you an equal playing field.
Dope.
PTFO is still in effect. Play the fucking objective. So don't kill for streaks. You gotta play the objective and kill to get your points up for your streaks or whatever. And more ground-based strikes, call streak strikes versus air. So your UAV now is not going to be some drone in the air. It's going to be something that's like, I forget what they call this, going to be following you around. You got this other shit where you can fucking plant on the ground and they give you a perimeter UAV. And then your dog Riley, who you naming your dog again?
Natron
is going to be able to growl in the direction of the enemy that's coming. So sound is important, and we're going to get into that in a second. You earn squad points. And the squad thing, I didn't really touch into the squad stuff, right? I'm gonna just get into the squad because this is probably one of the strangest dynamics that's added to the game. So you get 10 slots, 10 squads. You create one for each. Everybody is their own shit. Each one gets their own points. Each one gets their own level up system. And each one ultimately gets the prestige. So you get the prestige 10 times. What makes this thing so dope, other than the customizations and all that, you have to strategically handle their loadouts for when you do other modes when you need that. So let's just say I want to do a 1 versus 1 against him. It'd be me plus 9 of my soldiers, AI control soldiers, versus him and 9 of his soldiers. And they will react and play however we have them situated on the map. And it won't be like bots. They're trained to be like human players. So they'll play to the ability of the guns inside of their loadout. So if you put 10 running gun motherfuckers, they're gonna run and gun. Some of them might be jump shotting, some of them might be drop shotting. I doubt if they be doing any quick scope shit, but we all know it's AI. They can do that shit anytime they want without scoping. And the shit's dope.
Sounds dope.
Now let's just say
that's a co-op-ish type thing.
But hold up, let me get there, because that's 1 versus 1. Now let's just say me and him want to do a co-op mode and go against Tawan's bots, and he ain't even playing. So he can create 10, he can set the map, he can set the modes, and we could play against that, me, you, let's say Nigel and Neff. We can jump into a map and play it, and if his bots win, he gets points. He's not even playing. And all that counts towards the multiplayer. So that's dope. I appreciate that too.
You know my bots can destroy shit.
I figured it will. I probably take this serious just so that way when I do quit the game, my bots are fucking shit up. So I'll be earning points without even playing this shit no more. One of the new modes, Crank, which for me is worth playing. It's a spin on team deathmatch. The match starts off as this. You strip down to whatever loadout you have. You run around. You could be running around for a minute straight. But once you get that kill, you got 30 seconds to get another kill.
Or you die.
There's no camping outside of the first kill.
There's no camping, period.
No, well, if you want to win, there's no camping, period. So it's like, you get a kill, you got 30 seconds, and if you don't get your kill in 30 seconds, you die. You lose your point streaks and all that other shit, right? There's nothing else I can say about that. I think that's going to be fun. It's going to be fast-paced. It looks like those maps are a little tighter than the other maps. We'll see how it works out.
I'm gonna be fucking people up.
Just watch for you play those kill streaks, as always.
I will be cranked.
So another one is called Search and Rescue, like Search and Destroy, but here's the spin on this. This is another thing that I can see trollers being like, oh, there's another Battlefield function. Search and Destroy, you die, that's it for the round, next round. And Search and Rescue is, if I die, and then he kills the motherfuckers that killed me, say if I was in a close combat and I got knifed for whatever fucking reason, you know that God knife is probably still in there, fucking Call of Duty knife. He can body that dude, pick up my dog tag, which will bring me back to life for that round, and then pick up his dog tag, to kill my killer's dog tag, and he can't come back that round. That's pretty dope, which encourages more teamwork, more sticking together, and more actual fucking planning. So, I'm all for it. I already mentioned about the squad solo and all that other stuff while I was talking about it. Then they got the war game where you pick 5 hand-picked soldiers against advanced AI. The squad assault is like, the squad assault is taken to a new level because like Spec Ops, but now it's with more people,
right?
With waves against the enemy.
That should be fun.
And Safeguard. That's what Safeguard is. And the squad assault was the other thing I was talking about, where 5-6 players total can go against someone else's.
Okay.
What's the name? So to me, the squad
I like
theory is innovative. To me, that's innovative.
It's something to do off the goddamn game. Like I said, that period when you've been gaming too long.
Right.
He just tried to.
I damn sure did.
Use my laptop as a touchscreen.
I damn sure did.
Windows 8
fucking
trolling.
Windows 8.
So like, for me, if I've been on for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, I start to level off. Like I get wild in my 4th hour.
Right.
That's when it's like you get to 60 something in 1 games, and then
and then,
after like 7 hours of coming down, I'm still kicking ass, but it's like I shouldn't let him shoot me.
Right.
That's when I want to get the fuck off and preserve my kill death ratio.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then still play something a little less taxing.
Right.
So those squad joints right there. That's dope. I like that. You can still shoot, but
and then when you do sign off, it'll work in your advantage anyway.
It doesn't like that.
So the other thing that I want to point out is the sound stuff. This is really crucial for players like me, and for a lot of you players that have the headsets for this particular reason. They bumped up the sound, so they have this one thing called reactive emitters. So let's just say there's 4 corners on a map, and in the upper left corner, there's an explosion of some sort. There's a reaction in the other 3 corners that's based off of that. Could be debris, could be debris of sound, and it also channels where it is. So if you're looking this way, you hear from that. The windows blast, like it blasted there, and the other windows shatter elsewhere because it was such a hard blast. And also the Odin strike demolishes everything, so you'll hear the benefits of that too. Character chatter has been bumped up. If you're running next to a player and he ain't talking, his character, his mic is not on, but his character can talk, it will say enemy sighted, but they don't give anything other than that. So now I gotta be like, where? Now they say enemy sighted in the blah blah blah. They give like if he's by the gas station, enemy sighted by the gas station. That's dope because I'm always listening to shit like that. And they got other shit like, oh, grenade over us, grenade under us. So that means grenades in front of where I am, or grenades behind, so we can keep moving forward. That's dope.
I could rock with that.
The dynamic shooting thing is very impressive because it made me. I still didn't do it, but it made me think like, does this shit happen in Battlefield? I think it does, but like if you're in a metal, I think it's built in the Frostbite engine. But in Battlefield, if you're inside one of those iron buildings, like the metal buildings, any Battlefield game, there's always some fucking metalworks building where the guns sound different. It sounds metallic, and then when you get outside, it sounds like this. And then when you get in a carpet room, it sounds muffled. And then when you're in a crate, it sounds different. Sure. So now they added that into Call of Duty. For me, I thrive off sound, which is why I love Medal of Honor 2010. That saved my ass many times. This is going to be a welcome. All you Call of Duty fans that don't play Battlefield, trust me when I tell you, this is going to step your game up a lot.
You know what's funny? Here's a quick, I don't know if you call it a tip or random fact. Call of Duty 4? Mm-hmm. No, Call of Duty, the original one. What was the one before World at War?
It's Call of Duty 4.
Whatever that was.
Which is Modern Warfare.
That, you know how you always knew someone was close? You'd hear dogs barking.
Ah.
Not a lot of people knew that for some reason.
Like,
if you listen, you can hear dogs barking, you know a motherfucker's around the corner.
That's crazy.
Tear them up.
That's crazy.
There you go. Yeah, so,
speaking of that, they added a lean. It's an auto lean. I don't want to talk about it too much.
It doesn't make it. Here's my thing in that. That doesn't change the game mechanic because it's an auto lean.
Right. So I'm not sure.
To me, like if I'm running, what I see is what I see. All that does is make me easier to shoot.
Right.
But no, not me. Make it easier for me to get shot.
Right.
Let me lean on my own, goddammit.
Right.
Like, imagine if Medal of Honor leans automatically. What the fuck's the point of the lean?
Right.
Like just run around the corner.
Right. So that's in there.
I have to see how it works.
I have to see how it works, so I won't talk about it too much. Then they got the mantling system, meaning it's more fluid. When you're running and there's like an object and it just goes right over it.
Like battle.
You know what I mean? So we'll see what that's like. And then they got the knee slide. They got the knee slide
from Medal of Honor. But these are things that make sense. And this is why I stopped playing Call of Duty.
This is the Facebook shit I'm talking about. Go ahead.
No, this is why I stopped playing, because they didn't have these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, the first time playing the Battlefield beta, remember the Battlefield 3 beta?
Mm-hmm.
And just running over some shit was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the dude that rushes.
Yeah.
I'm the dude that's always in front.
Yeah.
To be able to get to where the fuck I'm going that much faster because I don't have to run around some shit, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Game changing.
It is game changing. So, I mean, that's it for right now. I've seen some footage of the gameplays, like maps being uploaded and all that. I don't care for that shit. I just want to see how it looks. Let us know what you think.
Where's the beta? Can we get a beta for one of these fucking?
We'll never get. We gotta be on. We gotta be on PC to get that fucking beta. But maybe Jerry James will get it and not play it. But that's all I got. I know it's a long ass video. Sue me. I'm out.
Before we go, we got the G-Shock giveaway going on at Lifestyles Defined. Link below. Check it out. We got some autographed hats from Staley, Staley, is that how you say it? My bad, homie. Staley. We got the case to go with it. We got two sets of those. Look for the giveaways. We out of here. Peace.